The Joule Donegal International Rally has been a huge success, with Garry Jennings and Rory Kennedy first past the post. Declan Boyle and Brian Boyle came back to defend their title and finished runners-up on this occasion, with Donnagh Kelly and Kevin Flanagan in third position, and great news for Donnagh Kelly and Donal Barrett as they won the national title. We got reaction from all those crews. Well, I'm talking to two very happy men here, Donal Barrett and Donnagh Kelly, just after saying good things come to those that wait, Donnagh, and it's been a hell of a wait.
Oh, it's been a long wait, Charlie. 10 years ago today, I sat up there with you and a 1600 Corolla and won the class, and I thought I'd won the rally that day. But look, we've come down a long hard road. A lot of quarters and round, a lot of money spent, and a lot of backing, and we're absolutely delighted to be here today and have won this.
I heard you talking to Tony Kelly yesterday, talking about the spooks when you were going into Yarton, and I mean a lot of people will know what you meant, Donnagh, and that was a big thing for you and for Donal after what happened last year.
It was absolutely massive, Charlie. It wasn't a comfortable stage for us. Yesterday afternoon wasn't comfortable at all, like, you know, and I suppose coming back from that, it was a massive decision for myself and Donal. You know, we're both young families, and we just it was massive just to come back and just try and do what we did today, and thank God it paid off, Ciaran. We're absolutely delighted.
They say, Donal, things are meant to happen, and I suppose this is meant to happen really for yourself and Donnagh, because everybody knows how much this means to you two guys, and sometimes it passes by and you all look back and you think, why us type of thing, but no matter what happens after this has been fantastic this weekend.
Aye, Charlie, like sometimes what you get in life you don't, sometimes you deserve things and you don't get them, you know, and you know, 10 weeks ago I told Donnagh I wasn't going to do the rally, you know, I didn't have that desire to get back in, and me and Donnagh are best friends. We were in London in the late 1990s, you know, and been through a lot, as Donnagh says, and we said we'd give it one more go. Just we felt that, you know, to leave it would have been wrong the way we left it. Thank God now, I'll tell you, I'm a happy man now. We came back and decided to go at it, so it's phenomenal really, you know. And
anybody that knows anything about rally and knows what this competition that you guys were in, the modified, the Mark II, we could see the level of excellence that was there, you know, and there's guys who haven't made it here to the ramp, and I thought one of the great moments of sportsmanship that I heard this weekend was this morning when Donnagh was interviewed off High Glen and said Brian didn't get away. He was thinking about the man who was probably most likely to beat you.
Aye, sure. I remember I was talking to Brian Patterson, and he said that Damien McGidding rang him nearly crying, and I said to Brian that I was nearly crying for Damien. Yeah. You know, there's a friendship there and a bond with the modified lads that, you know, I don't know if it's in the rest of the rally, but it's definitely in the modified lads, and yeah, it's great. Yeah. It's great, but it's great to be the champion of the modified, Charlie. I'll tell you, it's unbelievable.
Two great sporting families, the Kellys and the Barretts. You have talented brothers, all not known for rallying, I'd have to say. You two guys went against the wind, but Donnagh, no matter what happens after this is a moment you'll never forget, and Donal as well.
Never, Ciaran. Never. The longest day I love. I've dreamed of this as a child. I've watched Damien Cllr, Paul Cllr, neighbours of mine, up through the ranks, and for like Damien and Paul, like lads that are just unbelievably talented drivers that just never got the opportunity we did. You could do this, as you know, Charlie, for 20 years and never get across the line. We've did it today and we're absolutely delighted.
Very pleased for Donnagh and Donal. They're nearby every year, and after last year I thought, you know, when they had that bad smash that was ended, but fair play to them to go back again and left Donegal all the year. Great battle. He's
been trying for so long, and I mean, I heard him being interviewed at the end of the stage. He was so emotional. No surprise there, Donal, really.
No surprise, no. He's a great sportsman. Him and Donal both great sportsmen. I'm very happy for the two of them.
Rory, emotional scenes here as you come back into the Mount Errigal. 20 years on from your last victory. I'm sure you hoped it wouldn't take that long, and maybe when you were a young man you didn't think it would have taken that long again.
Never thought that, Charlie, but we've been knocking on the door many years since, you know, but unfortunately never really had the full opportunity to do it, and testimony to Garry, the way he drove today was incredible, like, and you know, to give me this opportunity to be his co-driver and come and obviously won the cup named after my father, it's a tremendous poignant moment for me personally.
Yeah, people are going to say, of course, I know that you're playing it down yourself, that you had a big role to play in this, because we know the type of personality Garry is. He needs a steady and influence. No better man.
Well, no better man. Garry and me worked very well together. 10 years ago we stood in this podium in one group N here, and Garry's, I have to give top marks to Garry. Me and him have been together quite a lot of way, and to win this rally together is, Charlie, is really really the ultimate. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I have all my family here today, and the crowds has turned out, and you know, the reception we've been given here. It's a true Donegal rally. It's really what the Donegal rally is all about for people like me who comes from here, and you know, it's fantastic to get this opportunity, to be the winner and to come here and get this. Like,
Good time to retire now, Rory, at the top.
well, you would think so. Hey, it took me 20 years to win it for the second time. Hope it doesn't take me another 20 years to be here forever.
Well done, Rory. Fantastic. Well done. Garry, wee quick word. We spoke to you down at the forum a couple of weeks ago. You were focused. You were focused, but I've never seen you as focused for a rally for a long time, Garry, as you were for this one. I know it means an awful lot to you.
Yeah, Charlie, I think, you know, we were underdogs. I think nobody really gave us a chance, you know, so that's the way I like it. It was nice to come out of the blocks on Friday and be with the boys, and then put a good pace in yesterday morning, and the same this morning. It's fabulous, but you know, credit to the Motor Club. This is a fabulous rally. Over 3 long days. It's 3 rallies. It's fantastic.
Absolutely. All due respect to everybody else, Garry, it was tight on Friday. You blew them away on Saturday morning. I was watching the times coming in. I thought to myself, this man is on the metal today.
Yeah, without a doubt, Charlie. You know, I haven't done many rallies this year, so I had to stick with them on Friday morning, find me pace for Saturday, do it, and then see him again this morning to get a good gap and just to relax over the last 2 stages and bring it home.
Yeah. I know it meant an awful lot to you 3 years ago to win this. You've been coming for so long. Put into perspective what winning the second one means, because you went close since, and I know that was a big disappointment. How good is this one?
Yeah, Charlie, this is good because, you know, it's with Rory, and Rory's been very good to me over 10 years. It's been 10 years since we won Group N here. You know, it's the first time he's won it to the very day since with the late Barrett Fisher, and we finished in the exact same spot. So it's special for everybody in Fermanagh, and I think everybody in Donegal, and it's great to bring a title back where it belongs.
And finally, onwards and upwards from here, Garry, the monkey's off your back a wee bit now.
Yeah, I think we've done a lot of work at the Cllr, Charlie, last week with an engineer from Belgium. You know, I thought maybe I was past it, but he proved the car was way underpowered. We've got it tweaked up, we've got the suspension sorted, and our mechanics done a great job, and yeah, it's on the pace now.
Well done, fantastic, Garry. Anna, first time in 20 years. It's a long time.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
And he'll be delighted. He'll be absolutely delighted.
Absolutely. I wonder, did he feel that it passed him by, that it wouldn't come around again?
I think he was getting worried.
Suzanne, he'll be so excited about this, because maybe when you're younger you don't really appreciate these things.
Yeah, no, it's very true, and we've all been away and we've all come back home again, and it's great. We're all here together now from today. So, yeah.
Did he think he could do it this year? Because Gary's had a bad year, Anna, so far, and he's a nervous type, so Rory probably had a good influence on him.
I'd say so. There's always hope, you know.
Yeah.
And Rory would be positive anyway, if nothing else.
Absolutely. And I suppose the extra special thing is he's going to be picking up the Jim Kennedy Trophy Award tonight, which is wonderful for everybody.
Father's Day.
On Father's Day. Sure, it couldn't be better. Couldn't be better.
This is the biggest number of overseas crews that they've seen for a long time, over 20 from right across the British Isles, and I think that speaks volumes for the event. So I think to everyone involved in Donegal Motor Club, they should take a bow today, because the buzz over the weekend for business and for everything, and for us as a council, I suppose over the last number of years we're glad that we were able to step in there with some financial support for them, and in every way it's very important for the county. But to the Donegal Motor Club, in particular Eamon McGee, I think he deserves huge credit this evening.
I know the sport's very close to your heart, and the fact that the Donegal Motor Club stayed with a 3-day event when nearly everybody, including myself, would have said, guys, it's time to cut it back to 2, but they resisted those calls, and you have to say they made the right decision.
Well, that was down to some of the special people we have here involved in the event for a long number of years. I mean, one of the very people who's at the ramp this evening, people like Rory Kennedy, who's, you know, have sown the seeds from an early stage. I think we're special here. At the driver's briefing on Friday morning, I was sitting looking around me, and I've seen the second generation of so many people. You know, second generation of John Boner, the son of Vincent, Brendan McDade, the son of Dees, and you know, all them people is there, and you know, a special Aaron McHale, the son of Os McHale. You know, we've had so many great people here over the years who give so much to us, and for us it's a privilege to try and facilitate it and work with them. But you can feel the buzz here, and you know, I think it's great and it's special to us all. And you know, the Donegal Rally, the amount of people that's been around this weekend to all parts of Donegal, I mean, to some of the smaller rural areas, the buzz of it, I think, second to none. And I think, you know, all the landowners and all the different people who's worked with the Donegal Motor Club over the last number of months and the last few days, I'm sure they all feel special this evening that they played their part. So, you know, Garry Jennings, I think, won in this evening is special, and indeed Donnagh Kelly in the national as well. That's special when you think what he went through in the last 12 months. Yeah. I think everybody who's involved and close to motorsport would be very happy for Garry Jennings and Donnagh Kelly this evening. Yeah.
And finally, on another note, the amount of media here, the county's going to be shown across the world, multimedia here, Ciaran, and that can only be good because it showcases the county in the most positive of ways.
Absolutely. Well, as you've seen yourself when you're there at the rally forum and facilitated the forum, I think it all opened up all of our eyes to the amount of attention that's on and the focus is on it. I think we're, I've always said we're special here, and the media like us here, they like the people here, but the hospitality in Donegal is somewhat special, and the media we have in Donegal is somewhat special, so it's all positive, and we take this opportunity on my behalf to thank you, the media, as well, because without the media, I think you wouldn't get your chance to get the message out across the world. There's so many people right across the world, and as far as Australia and America, who would love to be here, who can't be here, but at least the media is getting that message across to them, so it's special to us all.
With the clerk of the course here, Eamon McGee, relieved and happy, Eamon, another fantastic event.
Much relieved after getting that 3 hard days there, Charlie. It was tremendous, even especially yesterday morning and all day yesterday. Crowds were phenomenal out there, and it was unbelievable what was out there, and must thank all the team that worked on the road and made sure that all stages ran. Every corner was grand.
And I know, Eamon, there was a couple of doubts about stages because the crowds were so big at times that, and safety is such a big aspect, so your team did brilliantly to get every stage run.
Never doubted any time that we wouldn't have run a stage, Charlie, with the team that we had on the ground there. So people probably doubted it, but we never doubted it for 1 minute. That it couldn't be done, it was done. And thanks to everybody that worked on the stages there.
Well, Declan, you made it back. I know that you were a bit apprehensive about new car, left-hand drive, all that sort of stuff. You got to be very pleased with the way it went.
Definitely pleased with the way it went. When I spoke to you last, there was a lot of things going against us, but to be fair, we managed to put them together. Garry was on a massive pace there, but we had a lot to learn. There was corners in this rally that we know, and last year we were able to take them flat out in the Subaru. We had to come out of it in this car because the suspension wasn't right. But we can see, if we get a good 6-8 months in it and come back again, next year. Because Donegal is the rally that you have to have a go at.
Yeah, incredible pace on Friday. I mean, the three of you were at it as we expected, but I suppose there was some doubt that you might be able to stay with the other two boys, Declan. But Saturday morning, Garry Jennings just came out and more or less blew everybody away.
He did. Garry came out and he was on a massive pace there, and with the 2-litre engine there against the 1600, massive torque up the likes of Knockalla. But in saying that, we had a stall at the bottom of Knockalla. Small little things like that, and if you don't get a clean run at it, it leaves you behind. But to be fair, Garry was untouchable this weekend. He was out there just to win it, and it was his year, and he was on a massive pace. You can't take that away from him.
Frustrating year, but at least now you have a car that can go. You'll sort out those wee problems. We'll see you back competing and maybe dominating the way you and Brian did last year again.
Yes, well, we'll definitely have a go at it anyway, definitely so. Donegal's a great rally and well run, and it is the rally of the country, so we'll be back to try and give it another rattle.
Okay, we'll look forward to that. Well done, Declan.
Thank you. Thanks, Ciaran.
All right, Donnagh, third place. I know that you would have come here high hopes of winning, but it was a hell of a fight between you three guys at the top there. Garry, just a better man on the weekend.
Yeah, I think the pace was frantic between the three of us. There were stages there that we completed, the three of us, in less than a second separated us, so that's how tight it was. We made a mistake, got a puncture yesterday morning, and really with the wheel it deflated us quite a bit, so but we'll come back next year, we'll try again.
Yeah, that Kerry Guard stage, you'll be going and closing it down because you had a little bump the first time round, then you had a puncture, so they often say there's stages that jinx people. That's your jinx.
Yeah, last year I think early out in the Kerry Guard, first time out, run the same direction, we were actually second fastest, and we took quite a bit of time out of Garry last year there, and I was confident going in there, but just like one of them things, we missed a braking point and give the car a bit of a touch.
Yeah, I suppose given the experience you have now and the expertise, you didn't try and push it after that, Donnagh. You seem to say, right, listen, Gary's got a way here, I've got to be sensible in terms of the Tarmac Championship and not try and do too much.
Well, I wouldn't say that. On the afternoon loop yesterday, again we swapped seconds with both Garry and Declan for the 4 stages. I think we're fastest in 2 of them. But then this morning, really There was no race left unless there was a problem for one of the guys. We were just going to consolidate our position.
Yeah. Back next year, because you're going to have to add Donegal to your resume. You've won most other things, so this is the one I know you'll want to win most. You'll be back again.
Yeah, well, you would trade a lot now for to get your hands on the trophy, and look, we'll come back. We'll try again, definitely.
Charlie Collins for Donegal TV at the Donegal International Rally.